Hey folks, Nick Talkert here with Nick Knows Nerf. Today we're going to do a little bit of a mod on my beloved Nexus Pro. This is my original Nexus Pro. Had it for a few years. I love it. But it has a problem. And the problem is around my house where I usually use it, it's a little too spicy. Last chrono reading I got off my chronometer gave me a read of about 120 feet per second. 124? Yeah, that's not bad. I will check to see if I can get a read on it real quick. Oh, let me move that. Don't worry about the formalities of my totally advanced Nerf lab here. But this is meant for Nerf in-strike lugs, but we can make it work. We get 127. That was a good run. Okay, now I know I have one more dart in here, so we're going to wait to see what it tacks out at after we are done. But, yeah, 127, not bad. So, yeah, that's a heck of a performance. I can't complain about that, but the problem is right now it's a little too much. So, we're going to pull the buffer tube off, which all I did. I know it's a little black on black, but I just squeezed the lever. Buffer tube pulls right off. This is not a complex mod at all. I'm going to move this because I don't need it for a while. And let me see, that's a little tiny screw, so I probably need a little tiny screwdriver. And if you're going to get into Nerf, you need the right tools. So going down, making sure you have an assortment of sizes of screwdrivers will help. Now this, what we're modding, and I realize I didn't tell you yet, so I'll tell you. These are power adjuster caps. These are caps that you can get to adjust the FPS for your Nexus by adjusting the spring compression. Because the tighter the spring is compressed, the harder it will shoot. So you can get guys like this, but we'll have an extension in there to push in farther, keeping the spring more compressed. What we're going to do, and I have another option here to try, but we're going to use this guy at the ultra low setting to make this more compressed. It'll give the spring lots of space to move. So what we're going to do is take this little screw off. I think. Yep. Okay, cool. And by taking this little screw off, you put the screw on the totally advanced plate of technical doodad. I can twist this and feel the spring push. And there we go. And you have the original stopper. Now this is where it gets a little weird because if I wanted more power or less power, I could just adjust the spring out. But, oh, there goes that pen again. No. You know what? We're going to just leave that in because it's funny. Is that in the way? It's totally in the way. Okay. I'm not redoing this whole video because of my pen. So what we'll do, we'll take the pen off like I should have in the first place. Anyhow, my fingers don't always work on the phone. So, let me make sure. Oh, that's still in frame. Here. No, it's not. We'll make it work. Anyway, we have the spring off. The butt came right off. We have the screw. And what I'm going to do is put this little dude on. And I've bought a couple things for... Better make sure I'm on camera. Yeah, once you see it, spring goes back in the buffer tube. The end cap slides in. You're making sure it's tubed in the screen. Notches on. Closes down. Takes a little bit of wrenching. Now, if all is good and right in the world, and it looks promising, I'll be able to just thread this screw right back in and have the a much lower feet per second coming out of here. Pardon my hands, sometimes the nerve damage gets a little cranky. But now I'll probably try to find a way to keep this very close because I don't want to lose this. This is the original. He does sell replacements if you do, but that should close right up like so. And the only thing is it keeps it from closing all the way because it extends out. But that's very close to where I normally shoulder it. So I'm going to pull it up and feel. That's actually exactly, I think, maybe one more notch. Yeah, one more notch out. So I could have gone farther back if such a thing were necessary. Now what we'll do, to pull the, let me check. Yep, to pull it out, it has to be primed. We have 3 more darts in here. These are the cheapo glow-in-the-dark Amazon darts. I use the cheapo darts, not the good darts, when I test because this keeps me honest, and frankly, I have a few thousand of these guys. No, yeah, I should. And what we'll do is we'll fandangle, because pump, good to go. Let's see what the FPS coming out of it now is. And I have to turn my thing back on. And it's going to say 6. It doesn't matter if it's counting up or down on the top. Let me see. Are we lined up? We look lined up. Let's see if we can get a good shot. 95. That puts it right around rival. And I can't go any lower without changing the spring out. But let me get another read, because that might have been a spicy read. It might have been a slow read. 55. Wait a second. I bet the spring wasn't fully seated. Because 55 is right around a Nerf Elite Standard. Let me see. Get another one. I think I have another dart. 59. So we're getting now closer to the 60s, which means this isn't going to hit nearly as hard when I'm playing with my family. That means that this blaster is a lot safer for close-in blasting. If you're interested in one of these, it's a little scraped. I got mine at Goodwill for $1.99, but you can usually get these for about $10, and on a Nerf brand blaster, they will actually lock in. Do I have? I just put all my blasters away, so I don't have anything with an end lock, a barrel lock, but an end strike muzzle lock. Sorry, get the words out. But these are great because it is technically a chronometer. And if you mount it, it will either count down or up the ammo. So that's a good thing. This worked out well, so I'm just going to put my guy aside. And just so you guys can see it done again, we'll do it again. This is my lovely wife's blaster. We love it. It's great. It is set to fire because you can see the safety is on. It has a few rounds of the much better darts. Those, I think those are actually X-Shot darts. Yeah, those are X-Shot darts that came with the Menace that I bought. Now, that Menace I bought not to keep a Menace. I have plans for that, but well, let's do a read and see where this one's firing, just to keep everything honest and up and above board, so everybody knows this is working. 138. $135. Okay, I know there's another one, so I can test when it goes down. But as you can see, the kind of performance you would expect. Now, these blasters are great if you want to get into pro, especially right now, because the upgraded models just came out. So you can find these. Now, they also come with, if you get it, new in box, it'll come with an adapter to ratchet down to half length, which will give it actually better performance. But this is for our around the house with the cheap darts, and I don't want to cut all the darts in half. So we've got 4 in there. Cool. Gonna come over here, pull it up. Oh, the gold, all this is stuff I did just to make it pretty for her because I love my wife. And we're gonna do the exact same process over here. So I'm going to You see? Yeah, well, you can't see, but and it's very exciting to see a person unscrew a screw. However, it does work. We've got that out. Screw goes in the plate, so I don't lose the screw. I have a magnetic one that I often use, but is currently holding another project together. There we go. We're going to pull it out. And I'll pull the whole spring out just so you can see it, because last time it was a little bit. I can get more powerful springs or lighter springs for relatively cheap. But right now, just put this guy back in there. We've got our system already picked. We're going to take this guy, put it on there. Now these are 3D printed in PETG, which is a sturdier plastic than the usual stuff that they do 3D prints in. Trying to make sure that the hole is lined up like it should be. It should be. When you start messing with the internals, Nerf modding can take a lot of time, which is why I like the system I have chose. The name of the company that makes these is, they're on Etsy. I'll try to put the link in the chat, in the description. It's called, here, TransMogLabs. They're really awesome, and they sent me Albanese in there, so I have nothing to complain about. I need to finish putting the screw in, but I got a little distracted, and I don't think you guys mind. So we've got that, and we're going to just screw this guy back in. Now this is a spare, but as you can see, it's a little shorter. So if this one proved too weak, I can go down a scale and do a shorter one. This is a misprint. It doesn't have the screw lock. It just has the plastic lock, but I've seen a lot of these sold without this little screw tab, so I'm not too worried. Even if it catastrophically failed, it would be contained inside the buffer tube. We're saving everything from the old system. We're just going to put this way down. And it's going to go down about that much. Mandy likes it a little shorter, but she'll have to deal with that. That's a little closer. And what we'll do is we'll prime it. And you notice last time it was a little higher because the darts are literally better. A slightly heavier dart gives better performance than some of these light guys. But we're going to get my lovely chronometer out, and wow. Oh yeah, first shot came at 91, but that was primed before the spring adjusts, so the second one should be lower. And you see 83. I think we're just training the spring back into its new spot. 101. That is literally well, hold on. That's the difference between this and better darts. So we'll take that out. And what I'll do is I'll grab the same darts I was using, and I'm curious to see if that gives the same results. It could be that my blaster's just broken in and hers is brand new. All right, got some white darts. And we're just going to grab some of these, throw these in here, and see if we can't get a slightly low, see if we get the same performance or not. This is a great test because this is also showing you the difference in Nerf ammunition. So we are now cocked. My old blaster spring might have started to wear out, which is kind of funny. And let's rock and roll. Aha! 56. So, there's literally a 30 feet per second difference between the two. And I got another spicy 107. 98. But that's still down from 130. So, I'll take that. Let's see. I don't know if I have another one in there or if I'm about to dry fire it on, you know, national television. Hello, Dusty. 98. No, That didn't read. Shoot. Let me throw another dart in there. And I'll reset the counter. Alrighty. Is it cocked? It is primed. We are loaded up. Let's see what we get. 60. Yep. It just needs to rattle down a bit. It's going to have a couple spicy ones while the spring settles in. But still, that is a whole lot lighter, which means it's going to be a whole lot safer for her and me to shoot each other in, in closer ranges. Which I think that makes it a better blaster for now because it meets my needs. The cost was only about, what, $6 or $8 per, I think. I'll have to look. You can find, because I bought a couple things from these guys. TransMogLabs on Etsy. And other than that, I'm Nick Talker. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. And keep flinging.